Welcome to the Viper GHIN interface setup training video. This video will show you how to set up the interface with your GHIN Handicap Association data. Viper is compatible with GHIN data, but in order for Viper to work with your association's data, the association must first provide GHIN with a notice of approval for VisionPerfect software to access the data. If your association is not already one of the many approved associations, they will just need to send an email to GHINInterfaceMP4 and simply state that VisionPerfect is approved to work with the association's data. To set up the GHIN interface, you need to go to the Maintenance, Setup, Default screen. On this screen, check the box for Enable Other Interfaces and then select the Other Interface Utilities tab. On the Other Interface Utilities tab, from the drop-down list under Handicap Interface, select GHIN. It will open a entry box for Men's Association, Men's Club Number, Women's Association, Women's Club Number. And you just need to enter your association and club number values in these fields. If you only have a single association and club number for both men and women, simply enter that in the Men's Association field. Then press the button for Test GHIN. This will actually go out and verify that Viper can communicate with the associations entered in the boxes. If you do not get a connection successful message, that would indicate that your association has not provided GHIN with the authorization VisionPerfect needs to interface with the data. So they would simply need to send the email to GHINVASP.org to give the approval, and then once that has been done, you can come back and press Test GHIN again, and you should get a connection successful message. If not, then just contact VisionPerfect Software and we'll help you with getting that set up. Once you have a successful connection, you can select the GHIN Interface Defaults button and set whether you are updating once a month or twice a month and the days that you will update on. Then press OK to that, and the utility will actually go out and capture all of the members from your handy association and add them to the Viper database with the members' current indexes, or if the members already exist in the database, it will update their indexes. But the first time this is set up, Viper will actually automatically go and get all of the members for the association and club numbers entered and add them automatically to the Viper database. Each time the utility runs on the automatic dates of, for example, the 1st and the 15th, if any new members have been added to the GHIN system, they will automatically be added to the Viper database at that time. So once this utility is turned on, you will always be updated with all of your current members, and their indexes will always be updated to the current index values. If you add any non-members that do not belong to your association or club number, Viper will still go out and update those indexes for those players. As long as the GHIN number is a valid GHIN number, it'll go out and update that player in your database with the current index. Data has completed for each period. You will get a prompt indicating how many players updated successfully, and if any players failed to update, an indication of how many of those there were. And you can click the View Players Not Updated button. This form can then be printed, if necessary, so that you can go into the database and make any adjustments or corrections for invalid player numbers or whatever to ensure that those players will update successfully. Once the updater has completed, you can close this form, close the defaults form, and from the Player Maintenance, Player Database Maintenance screen, you can actually see all of the players that have been imported from GHIN and see their current handicap information. You can also review the players in a list form from the Maintenance Players Update Player Database Records, and clicking either Show Men or Show Women or Show Both, and you'll see the players in a list form and all of the fields that are in the database for those players, along with their current index, current GHIN number, and you can make modifications on the screen if you need to make corrections to the GHIN numbers or whatever. There are a number of other very useful utilities on the Maintenance Players Player Database Maintenance screen for the GHIN interface. If you select the Import Update All Players from GHIN button, you will get an option where you can update a single player's handicap index, or click Import Update All Players, which will run the same utility that runs periodically on the 1st and the 15th or whatever your update dates are, and it'll go out and get all of the players and update all of the indexes that are in your database and add any new members that may may have been added to your association between the update periods. The GHIN interface also provides the ability for you to view the player's score history. Pressing the button, Show Player Score History button, will open another form to enable you to show either the scores used, last 20 scores, or however many there are, scores used to make the index calculations by GHIN, or there's an option to show the most recently posted scores, which would also include any scores that were posted from Viper in the interim period. So the 20 score history is only going to show you the scores that were used in the calculation, which may have been through the 1st of the month, and now on the 10th of the month you want to see the scores that were posted between now and then. The show most recent scores posted would give you a report of those scores. When you select the option to show the most recent scores, another form will open to let you say how many scores, whether you want to see the last 10, last 20, or whatever. Select entering a value there will then open a form with the score history. For either selection that's made, a form will open with the score history, and you can use the print option to print a record of those scores. The GHIN interface also gives you the ability to post scores for your events, for any events where members have been added from the database, to post those scores back to GHIN. On the score entry screen, when you are using the hole-by-hole scoring, so that Viper can actually do equitable stroke control adjustments before the scores are posted, you will see a Post Scores to GHIN button. So after all the scores have been entered for an event, simply pressing that button will then post all of those scores back out to GHIN. And you can verify the scores have been posted from selecting players in the player maintenance screen and choosing the View Score History and see the most recent posted scores, and you will see the scores that have been posted. This concludes the GHIN interface setup training video. For any questions, please contact Vision Perfect Software at 888-643-1306. Thanks.